In the last video tutorial for students, we learned how you access the e-learning system, how you log in and navigate through it, how you enroll into a course, and in this video, we're going to learn how you are able to take an exam that has got lockdown browser enabled. And so you would first of all be required to install the lockdown browser. And lockdown browser is an application that locks down your screen so that you cannot be able to access any other website or even go to the files saved on your computer. In this case, let's see how you go about it. So in the last training, we learned that for you to access the UAB e-learning platform, you type elearning.uab.ac.ke as shown above on the address bar. You then click on login. An important thing that we said is that you don't put your email and password on the login fields provided, but rather you scroll down and you go to login using Google. Once you click on login using Google, you will be redirected to the UAB email and you will put in your UAB email and password. If you have it saved, you'll just click on it. If not, you will use another account and type the your full UAB email address. For now, I'll just click on my student account, and because I had already logged in into my email, I'm able to log in directly. But if I had not, it would have asked me for the password. Once you log in, you will be able, of course, to see the courses that you are already registered, and those courses appear in my courses. For now, we have created a test exam for all the students so that they can be able to practice on how to use online examination or how to sit for online examinations. It will also help the students to be able to install the lockdown browser on their computer. So for you to access the test exam, you'll go to site home. Once you go to site home, you'll scroll and we have the test exam as the first category. You'll click on it. Once you click on it, we have got test exam course that is already created for the purposes of having a test exam. You'll click on it, and once you click on the test exam, you're given some instructions there, and then you need to enroll into that course. The enrollment key is 1, 2, 3, 4. So once you type 1, 2, 3, 4, you then enroll yourself into the course. And once you do that, we can see that we are already now enrolled into the course. Having done that, you will then scroll down to the exam that you need to take. In this case, this will be the test exam. If you click on the test exam, we will see that there are instructions that have been given, that this quiz has been configured so that students may only attempt it using Responder's lockdown browser. And indeed, we can see down here that we cannot be able to take that quiz unless we have installed the Responder's browser, lockdown browser, and monitor. Now, if this is the first time that you're taking the exam, you probably don't have the lockdown browser installed, so you will either install it, but if it's the second time, then you just launch the browser. So for now, we're going to download the Responder lockdown browser. You click on it and it will open this page. Now on this page, of course, you can take a video and see the overview of lockdown browser. You're able to see the version and you can even see the system requirements. But of most importance, you want to install the Responder lockdown browser. Now we can see that this browser is customized for University of Eastern Africa Baraton. So do not just download any other responder from any other site. For now, you click on install now. And once you do that, we can see that it starts to download the file automatically. The file is about 73 MB, so make sure that you have got enough bundles if you're using your mobile hotspot. Alright, so once it has finished downloading, like it has just done, we can see it's just finishing. You then click on the file down there and then you open it. Once you open the file, your computer, for security reasons, it will ask you that there is a file that wants to be installed, and if you're sure about it, so you'll click on yes. And once you click on yes, the lockdown browser will start to do the installation. So you'll be asked to select the language. You'll choose, just let the default be English. Then you click on next and it will start to install. Alright, so you agree to the license terms and then you click next, and it has already finished installing. So, and that's basically how the process of installing the lockdown browser will be. Then you click on finish, and once you do that, the lockdown browser will have been installed into your computer. So you need to go back to the exam, and as you can see, what happened is that the lockdown browser, when it was to be installed, it opened a new tab. So you need to go back to where the exam tab is. Once you come back to the exam tab, you then can be able to launch lockdown browser for this exam. Once you click on launch, it will ask you if that is what you're sure about. Then you open the lockdown browser. Again, the computer will ask you if you're sure that's what you want to do. You click on yes, and the lockdown browser will be opened at this point. All right. Now, sometimes the lockdown browser may ask you to close down some applications. Please accept that it start doing that. At this point, you can also exit the lockdown browser if you so wish. But for now, we want to start the quiz. And once you click on start the quiz, you will be taken through some startup sequence and as you can see here, you first of all agree to the terms of use. You'll also be able to check your webcam. You will be able to get some additional instructions, some guidelines. You will be able to take your photo, passport photo. You'll also be able to show your ID, and so you should carry your ID. You'll also be able to show your environment and facial detection check. And then after that, you'll be able to agree to the exam. So you agree to the license. And once you do that, then you will be asked whether you can see the image. If you can be able to see it, meaning that the webcam is working, you'll click on yes. Once you click on that, then it will ask you to record your webcam for just 5 seconds so that you can see whether the recording is happening. So you click on record and you will wait for some time. All right, then the system is recording and it has finished recording. So basically that's what will happen during the exam. You'll be required to do that. Time, it will play. All right, then the system is recording. Then you'll click on continue, and then you will have additional instructions there, and you should be able to read them. That during this exam you shouldn't access other resources or communicate with other people. Please stay in your seat and focus on the computer screen until the exam is complete. If an interruption occurs, briefly explain what happened by speaking directly to your webcam. And finally, remember that you cannot exit the exam until all questions are completed and the test has been submitted for grading. Once you've read that, you continue, and with that you'll be able to get some few more tips. Then again, you're told to select quiet location, that you should avoid rooms where children or other people are present. You should turn off television and radio and music and all that. The next tip is that you should make sure that your internet connection is consistent and strong. And so you should run the webcam check like we have done, and the system network check in the lockdown browser prior to starting the exam like we are doing. If the internet is shared with others, make sure that there aren't streaming videos or using applications that can slow down your internet connection. So it's advisable that you don't take the exam while you're having a shared internet if possible. Then the next tip, please place your computer or device on a flat, hard surface, such as a table or desk, and sit on a chair during the exam. So you're told that you should not place your computer on your lap or bed or floor. Do not lay or sit on a bed, couch, or floor. If using built-in webcam, avoid tilting the screen after the webcam setup is complete. The next tip, to improve the quality of the webcam video and reduce flags, remember the following. Do not wear sunglasses or hats with brims. Also, be sure to dress appropriately as if you were in the classroom. Take the exam in a well-lit room and avoid backlighting, such as sitting with your back to a window. The next tip, other things to remember, unless instructed otherwise, turn off all other devices and place them outside of your reach. Clear your workspace and all the other materials. Locked down browser prevents you from accessing other websites or applications. You will be unable to exit until the exam is completed. Okay, so the next stage is for you to take your photo, and so you sit straight and look at the camera, and then you take your photo, and you will see how the photo is. If the photo is not good, like in this case, you can try again. You can take the photo again. All right, and probably this is okay. Then once you're satisfied that the photo is okay, you right, this is good. Now you can continue. And once you continue again, you're supposed to show your ID. So you're supposed to have your ID with you, and you will put it on the camera, and you'll take the picture. All right, and that should be able to show your ID. Then after that, you continue again, and you're supposed to show your environment. So make sure that the area around your computer is clear of papers, books, and phones. Click start recording and slowly pan your webcam so a brief video can be made around the area of your computer. If the webcam is built into your monitor, just do your best to show the surrounding area. Click stop recording when you are finished. So you're supposed to take your computer or your whatever, and then you show your working space, what is there, and you're being told that you should make sure that you do not have papers around. Once you have finished doing that, you stop recording, and then you go to the next level. All right, and then you go to right, then we go next, and here it says, okay, so it will tell you whether the face can be detected or if it can't be detected, and you will see a success, and then it will tell you to click next to continue. And once you do that, now you'll have finished the sequence, startup sequence, and now you can begin the exam. All right, now once you click on begin the exam, you'll be taken to the UAB e-learning system, and you will start to do the exam. Now this is the exam that is already configured on the e-learning system. And the exam says that this is the quiz has a time limit of 10 minutes. The time will count down from the moment you start your attempt, and you must submit before it expires. Are you sure you want to start now? And then you will start the exam. Once you start the exam, now you start going through the questions. So you read question by example, by question. The questions are shuffled, so um, uh, you should know that the questions, you don't just get the same questions as the other people. All right, so you'll come and do your answers, take your time. All right. Okay. Now, when you're doing this exam, for the test exam, especially for this one specifically, you don't have to worry. You can just click anything because it's not counting to any of your grades. But it's supposed to give you the feel of how the taking an exam is. All right, so I have finished my attempt and I can see how it is, and then I can go to either return back to the attempt if there's something that I feel I didn't do well. I can go back to the attempt if I have time, or I can just finish. And once I finish, it will ask to confirm whether I'm ready to finish, and I will you if you're ready, you say submit all. And once you do that, um, you will be asked some review question. Your webcam recording is complete. How did the lockdown browser and webcam work during this session? So you're supposed to give some feedback on how it went. If it was all smooth, it's okay. If it had some minor issues, you can say. And if you had some significant problem, you can say, and you're supposed to describe below. For me, it went smoothly, and then you'll just submit. And once you do that, then you're able to review your questions. And then after you have finished reviewing, you click on finish review and you have finished doing your exam. And so here we can see that we've got the highest grade, it's 8 out of 10. Then now we can exit the browser. All right, so that is how you go about taking an exam using the lockdown browser.